sports and fun day beginning at 9 a.m. at the Thomas A. Robinson Sports Center. Come and enjoy the competition, food, family, and fun. And finally, on Monday, July 29th, it's all about men's empowerment from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Hearing Room with dynamic speakers including Bishop Jonathan Fernanda, President of the Bahamas Christian Council, Vernon Rose, Chairman of One Family, mentor and life coach Dr. Cheyenne Williams, and more. Celebrate National Family Week, July 25th through the 31st. For more information, phone 397-8600 or email genderandfamilyaffairs@bahamas.gov.bs.
From June 1st to November 30th, the ZNS Radio and Television Network is the #1 source in the Bahamas for hurricane information before, during, and after a storm. Now is the time to choose your radio and television hurricane season ad packages. Get extra special rates and run the ads only when you want them to run. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, Grand Bahama records its third murder for the year. Plus, a mother is charged in court with child neglect. And is it the end of the constant power outages? GBPC sharing some good news through a release. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
We are currently in the initial stage of this investigation. You can see detectives on the scene. We're trying to gather as much information as possible.
Grand Bahama records its third murder for the year. Good evening, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Police on Grand Bahama Island are investigating the circumstances surrounding the shooting death of a 49-year-old male on Sunday, July 21st, 2024. Authorities report that the incident occurred shortly after 9 p.m. More details are available in this report. Over 20 shots rang out through the corner of Yellow Jasmine Close off Pioneers Way West on Grand Bahama. The sound was captured by a neighbor's door cam. Police say they were alerted to shots being fired shortly after 9:45 p.m. on Sunday, July 21st, 2024.
Officers responded where they met a male clad in a white shirt, white t-shirt, brown pants with the slippers on, with apparent gunshot wounds about the body.
The neighbors believe the victim came outside of his house to close his gate. That is when they suspect he was shot multiple times. Our ZNS camera captured the body of the victim lying on the ground in front of his yard as police conducted their preliminary investigations.
We are currently in the initial stage of this investigation, and we are appealing to the general public or any person who may have information related to this matter to contact us at 911 or the Criminal Investigation Department at 350-3106.
Now, while the identity of the 49-year-old male was not disclosed by police, in 2020, ZNS News interviewed a man living in the home where the victim was shot after the house was destroyed by fire. His name is Junior Sanford Martin.
Came home and went around the house and see that my house was breaking into and maliciously catch a fire by somebody. I never go out and do wrong to people, like do something like this.
He is believed to be the victim.
We will hold that ID, identification, but from speaking to bystanders, he seemed to be a person who have came into contact with police in the past.
The shooting death brings the murder count on Grand Bahama to 3 for the year. Authorities are continuing their investigation and urge anyone with information to come forward.
You can see detectives on the scene. We're trying to gather as much information as possible, and we would be able to come back to the media at a later date to give you more accurate information as to what occurred tonight.
While a mother on Grand Bahama facing the heartbreak of burying her toddler appeared in court on child neglect charges Monday after prosecutors alleged her 1-year-old drowned in a 5-gallon bucket of water left unattended in their home earlier this month. Our Raven Davis sat in the court proceedings and filed this report.
A heartbreaking situation unfolding here at the Garnet Lavardi Justice Center as 28-year-old Lindell Hepburn had her day in court. Now the mother, who has the gut-wrenching task of burying her toddler, now faces a child neglect charge. Emotions ran high in court number 2 today, with family members silently wiping tears from their faces with napkins. Prosecutors allege that on July 3, 2024, Hepburn's 1-year-old child was left in a room with a 5-gallon bucket of water without proper supervision. Tragically, the child drowned. The court heard that the incident is in contravention of the Child Protection Act, Section 62, which states that a person found guilty of child neglect shall be liable upon conviction to a fine not exceeding $5,000 or imprisonment for up to 2 years or both. Magistrate Charlton Smith presided over the case and asked Hepburn if she would like to be tried in the Magistrates Court or the Supreme Court. She selected a summary trial and pleaded not guilty to the charge. Now, the prosecutor noted that Hepburn had no prior convictions in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, but due to the nature and circumstances of the incident, objected to bail. Hepburn was represented by attorney K. Brian Hanna, who then informed the court that she is an employee of Dolly Madison and has another 9-year-old child to care for. He says Hepburn had no prior convictions and that there was no indication she would fail to reappear in court. He urged the court to show compassion, considering the woman's need to handle burial arrangements and deal with this tragic situation. Now, Hepburn was granted $5,000 bail with 1 or 2 suretors. Her adjourned date is September 16, 2024. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thanks so much, Raven. Well, some good news from the Grand Bahama Power Company. The company announcing that on Thursday, July 18th, 2024, at approximately 9 p.m., its largest generating unit was successfully brought back into operation after an extended maintenance outage. This return of this unit significantly increases the company's generation availability, leading to improved service reliability for customers during peak demand hours and enhancing the overall efficiency of our energy supply. We appreciate our customers' patience during this past few weeks as we worked to bring the unit back to service. Now, the Grand Bahama Power Company says they remain committed to providing safe, efficient, and reliable power to its customers. With its return of this largest unit following repairs and unplanned maintenance, customers can expect improved service reliability with the unit's stability to the grid. While the discussion continues regarding the Cannabis Bill 2024, this time in the lower chambers of Parliament, as senators gave their opinions on the compendium of bills. Senator the Honorable Randy Roll lending his support, calling this piece of legislation well thought out and tightly regulated. He says allowing for the industry to take off would thrust the country into a more present-day approach in regards to health care.
We have found that 70 countries, Madam President, around the world have legalized cannabis in some form for medical use, with 26 of these countries providing medical patients with legal access to high THC cannabis. 10 countries, Madam President, have legalized cannabis for adult use, with 6 adopting a system for regulated distributions.
Commending the Attorney General and the Minister of Health and Wellness was Senator the Honorable James Turner for the documentation and well-thought-out structure of the bills.
There are strict and measured controls presented to ensure that the regulatory framework associated with this cannabis industry advances in an appropriate manner. We know that it includes stringent controls on such medications. We also know that it includes strict controls on quality. And we know that there are public educational programs attached to this industry. We know that law enforcement is also organized and it is critical here. And we know that public health and safety are well accounted for also. This is a well thought through piece of documentation.
When we come back, hear how the beautiful Grand Bahama program is the recipient of a much-needed donation courtesy of the Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Hands Across Grand Bahama presents its 19th annual prayer walk under the theme, Praying for the Supernatural Move for Missing Persons. August 3rd at 6 a.m. Walk starts from the corner of AID to the International Bazaar. The prayer of the righteous availeth much. This event is hosted by Evangelist Elmore Smith. Gumbayland features AVS catering, attention clubs, sports group, and birthday party planners. Come and celebrate with us. Our group rates are as low as $70 per child, including skates and food.
Get ready for the Bottle in the Bahamas karaoke contest at Port Lakaya Market Square. Preliminary trials are July 19th at 7 p.m. and the main event is July 26th at 7:30 p.m. For more information, call 438-9056.
Craving something delicious? Try a handcrafted crepe at Shape Your Crepe. Visit us online at www.shapeyourcrepe.com or call 688-4273 to order now.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. A resident of Garden Villas is expressing heartfelt gratitude to the government for its new housing initiative, which aims to provide much-needed assistance to residents across the island. The senior citizen who has lived in the community for over a decade, sharing with our Shalia Roll the harsh conditions he has endured and the significant relief he hopes this initiative will bring.
The Garden Villas area, also known as the Ghetto, has faced significant challenges over the years. The situation worsened dramatically after Hurricane Dorian in 2019, which exacerbated the already deteriorating conditions and left many buildings in a state of disrepair. While some residents in the area have managed to recover, many remain in a dilapidated condition. Norvell Wims, a 72-year-old Nassau native, moved to the Garden Villas community approximately 12 years ago. Reflecting on the current state of his living accommodation, Wims expressed concern, stating that the conditions are far from ideal.
I had no power from long time, and I was get around. I have a job in there that I pay the guy $5 to pull it up. that I could catch a bath, wash my dishes, and flush the toilet.
The Honorable Keith Bell, the Minister of Housing and Urban Renewal, in collaboration with the Minister of Grand Bahama, is launching a new housing program aimed at providing residents with affordable homes across the island. The initiative is seen as a significant step towards improving living conditions for many. The 72-year-old resident of Garden Village says he finds it difficult in requesting for assistance, but expressed gratitude for the government's efforts. Despite the challenges he faced, Wims appreciate the support and the positive impact the new housing program could have on the community.
I appreciate that because I don't go around asking this one to neighbor or come on onion or come on. I don't do that.
Reverend Diana Francis, chairperson for Urban Renewal, asserts that the new housing initiative is anticipated to positively impact many Grand Bahamians who have struggled to afford suitable living conditions due to a series of storms and ongoing hardships on the island.
This is a powerful program with the intent to positively impact the residents of Grand Bahama when you consider the fact that they have been victims of so many storms, subsequent storms through the years, and persons have gone through major and massive housing depletions. The collaborative efforts of government and private sector are coming together to lift the hearts of people, to let them know that, yes, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So it's a brighter day for individuals in Grand Bahama.
To apply for this initiative, residents can visit the Ministry of Housing for assistance. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
While in other news, the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, Kingsley Smith, representatives of the beautiful Grand Bahama program, and community members gathering in West Grand Bahama on Saturday. As the Member of Parliament, Smith donated much-needed lawn equipment to the beautiful Grand Bahama program. This initiative was launched by the Minister for Grand Bahama in 2022 with a goal to revitalize the island. Minister Moxie expressing her gratitude to the MP Smith for his donation.
It means so much to the program in general. It means a lot to the community of West Grand Bahama because, you know, you're limited with resources, limited with equipment, and, you know, you had your individuals who were just pushing the lawnmower. Now you have this beautiful machine that's able to be utilized, that makes the work more efficient. So we can see that it's something the community is out here welcoming it, and it's going to ensure that the work is done more expeditiously. I want to thank the Member of Parliament for his contribution to the Beautiful Grand Bahama program. I believe it's going to help, like I said, the community very well, and that we continue to support the program, support the people on the program, and encourage them because they are doing a tremendous job.
Now, the Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini says that they saw the need and found it fitting to donate the landscaping equipment to the program. Tanya Carey, lead supervisor for the West End Beautiful Grand Bahama program, says that this donation will be a great help to effectively finish the jobs in this area.
The distance and the amount of area that they have to cover. Before, they were using 2-push lawnmowers. And so it's very important that we provide them with tools necessary to carry out their job more quickly, more effectively.
This right here this helps us so much is because we use small equipments. But when we get a bigger equipment, the workload will be even easier and lighter on our workers. I'm thankful because our employees are thankful. They're grateful for this opportunity. We have a lot of them who have never worked before, never had a bank account before, and they're doing well. And I just want to say thank you to the government of Bahamas, especially the Honorable Ginger Moxie, our Minister of Grand Bahama, for coming up with this incentive.
All right, it's now time for a look at sports. For that, we turn to our Shane Stubbs. Shane, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, Ramiko, the future is bright according to 2 baseball coaches at their ongoing baseball camp. We've got the details on that plus more, so stick around. Sports is up next after this break.
The Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
For all of life's twists, turns, and defining moments, RBC is open for all of you.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Copter termites former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Shane Stubbs and welcome to Sports. Well, it was an action-packed weekend in sports, so let's take a look at how everything went down.
Summer baseball camp is in full swing at the Ameri Baseball Park. With a handful of players in attendance, Coach Alonzo Pratt says they're looking to enhance each and every camper.
We had roughly between 20 to 25 kids. We hoping that they would take their game to the next level, that will give them more opportunity and more broaden their skills.
On the flip side, Coach Nico Grant wants to teach the campers there's a deeper aspect to the game.
Mentally, we have to get more strong in the game and knowing what we are going up against, you know. So as far as we could educate ourselves more about it, I see perfection coming into play.
And once the players take the training serious past the camp, both coaches believe anything is possible from that point on.
I believe we got a handful of major league prospects in the future. Household names.
Like we tell them, work hard and keep going, and the sky's the limit.
From one diamond to the next, we've got scores from the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball Association. On Saturday in ladies action, Pat's uniform held off Keys Bahamas, the final score 17-16. In corporate action, the Police Force Royals took care of Cable Bahamas 14-4. In men's play, Pat's uniform escaped with the 18-15 win over Steve Fantasy Ballers. And the Taylor City Marlins held off to defeat Chad Golden Knights 10-9. And in Sunday's slate of games, in corporate play, Grand Bahama Health Services wasted no time putting Technical Pulse away. The final score in that one was 21-0. In co-ed action, Chad Investments defeated the Grand Bahama Port Authority, winning that one 1-0. and Cuba's destroyers lived up to their name, destroying immigration enforcers 34-8. And lastly in sports, Jonquil Jones nearly winning the three-point competition during the WNBA's All-Star Weekend. However, she was edged by the Atlanta Dreams' Alicia Gray, winning 22-21 in the final round. However, she'd move on to the All-Star game where she'd post 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists as Team WNBA defeated Team USA Women's Basketball 117-109.
And that'll do it for your Monday evening sports check, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shane Stubbs. As always, be safe and be great.
Thanks so much, Shane. It's now time for a check on the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
We now turn to your Monday Health as Well tip, sponsored by Lucayan Family Concierge Limited.
I'm Dr. Tamara Moss, here with some tips to help your kids beat the heat this summer. Keep them hydrated by encouraging them to drink water frequently, even if they don't feel thirsty. Offer water-rich snacks like watermelon, cucumbers, and popsicles. Dress them appropriately in lightweight, loose-fitting, and light-colored clothing made of breathable fabrics like cotton. Use hats and sunglasses to protect them from the sun. Plan cool, water-based activities like swimming or playing with sprinklers. Indoor activities in air-conditioned environments are also good options. Use sun protection. Sunscreen with at least SPF 30 protects kids' skin from harmful UV rays. Be sure to reapply every 2 hours after swimming or sweating. I'm Dr. Tamara Moss, and remember, your kids' health is their wealth.
We all need to save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than a tarp. Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody
does it better.
It's your time to taste the grand life at the newly restored Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill at Grand Lucayan, Grand Bahama's premium sports bar, hangout, and entertainment hub. Available for special events. Stop in 7 days a week and join the successful business professionals, sports fanatics, foodies, and friends at the most pristine stretch of beachfront in Freeport. The ultimate party spot. Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. Now open 7 days a week, Sunday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to midnight. Special guest artists from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's also Karaoke Friday and Friday and Saturday happy hour. Drinks and food special at Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill, located at Grand Lucayan.
Call us today to book your parties, weddings, and special events.
At Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
Welcome to Bellevue Business Depot, your ultimate destination for all your office and lifestyle needs. From top quality furniture to essential office supplies, copy paper, ink, and school essentials, we've got you covered. Visit our cafe for delicious coffee, Bahamian patties, hot dogs, nachos, and more. Our business center offers copies, emails, scans, prints, business cards, and even assistance with event programs and drawings. Trust our reliable Western Union service for sending money worldwide. Don't forget the balloons for that extra touch of magic for your celebration. Check out our range of printers and electronics for all your tech needs. Visit Bellevue Business Depot today, your one-stop shop for all your needs and more. Open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Bellevue Business Depot, where convenience meets quality.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Sophia Major, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We are keeping you and the entire Roosevelt Major family in prayer. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
In the Bahamas Tonight, detectives uncover links in recent homicides and update the press on where things stand with the closely watched investigation into one of their own. A legislative shift for local Rastas as the controversial cannabis bills inch closer to becoming a reality. Hear what senators had to say on the issue. Plus, find out why discussions of a water park at Nassau Cruise Port are deemed premature. And in sports, politicians putting up a good fight, but pastors remain undefeated as Peace on the Streets champions. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mukesh Lopinder, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. We start tonight with a concerning update on the country's escalating violence in the face of now 71 homicides within just 7 months, a figure alarmingly higher than last year's. And this as police continue their investigations into the 8 homicides that occurred within the past week. Our Devontae Hanna takes it from there.
Tonight, Royal Bahamas Police Force data revealing a surge of 20.33% in homicides compared to this time last year. This spike prompting urgent calls for action from community leaders, with police sending a strong message to perpetrators.
We will be going after them, and we will continue to have our presence out there.
From January 1st to today, July 22nd, the country had recorded 71 homicides, while back on July 19th, 2023, the country only had 59. Since last week Tuesday, 8 people have been killed, 7 shot to death, and a woman this morning allegedly stabbed to death by her suspected boyfriend. Homicide 64, 65, and 66, according to Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez, are connected.
All of the matters were targeted homicides. These persons were being targeted.
A closer look at the killings this year revealed 20 murders in January, 10 in February, 7 in March, 8 in April, 7 in May, 9 in June, and 10 so far in July, with 1 week left to go.
They continue to say this is a weapon of choice. This is a weapon of choice that is being used on the commission of a number of these homicides.
Last year, the Bahamas recorded 110 homicides, ranking it the 8th highest count of 11 countries in the region, according to think tank Insight Crime. Police, however, touting hundreds of firearms confiscated and thousands of rounds of ammunition found this year alone. And with multiple investigations ongoing here at the police headquarters, Commissioner Fernandez says that the detection rate has been at about 70% at last report, but since the recent spate of homicides, that figure has decreased. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Well, police wasting no time appealing for the public's help in solving the country's latest murders. An all-points bulletin issued today for 29-year-old Dondre Donald Ramsey, the alleged murderer, a resident of Ethel Street, Montel Heights. Police say he's dark-skinned, slim-build, and stands between 5'9" and 5'11" tall. And take a closer look at this image on your screen. Police need any assistance they can get to close in on this man. The only characteristics police providing, though, is that he has dark brown complexion, slim build, and again stands between 5'9" and 5'11" tall. If you can help police find this man, you're asked to call CDU at 502-9991 or 9992-911-919 or the nearest police station. Well, UK partners have requested police documents in the investigation into misconduct claims against Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson. This much being revealed by Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando today, who told members of the press investigators are making excellent progress. Johnson, the former head of the Criminal Investigations Department, has been placed on leave after a series of viral voice notes were released of him and a man referred to as BJ seemingly conspiring with a now deceased man, Michael Fox Jr., to quash the investigation into a $1 million money heist that occurred back in November 2023. Now, since the story first became public weeks ago, Commissioner Fernando has remained confident in the investigation, making it clear that no one is above the law. Well, today, he echoed the Prime Minister's assurances that more updates will follow.
The investigators are making some excellent progress in the investigation. They are also in communication with our UK partners who have asked for some documents, and they are doing just that, and they are in communication with them. So that matter is well in hand, and hopefully we will be able to continue to update you.
From the courts, the mother of a toddler who died earlier this month, formally charged with child neglect. According to police, the child, a 1-year-old, fell into a bucket of water while at his home. Appearing before Magistrate Charlton Smith earlier today was 28-year-old Lindell Hepburn, who pleaded not guilty. Hepburn was released on $5,000 bail with 1 or 2 shorters. The case picks up on September 16th. Well, with countries across the region beginning to recognize Rastafarians' sacramental use of cannabis as a constitutional right, the Bahamas is not about to be left behind. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder says it's not right to criminalize an entire religion because of its sacrament. His comments coming as the upper chamber opened debate on a compendium of cannabis bills. Proposed legislation intended to create a framework for the introduction of medical cannabis industry, establish the Cannabis Authority as the regulatory body, and among other things, to criminalize under 30 grams of cannabis. Now, Pinder says for religious use, changes were made.
Some denominations partake in their sacrament at the tabernacle in a group. Some denominations in the Rastafarian faith do not. And it's not used at their tabernacle. It's used more at home in a personal meditative setting, right? How we had it originally drafted, you had to partake at the tabernacle. We listened to the different denominations and their input, and we made the change. And so it's either at the tabernacle or in a private abode or accommodation, but never in public. Never in public.
While also intended to bring relief to Bahamians whose ailments the drug can help, the Attorney General stresses the bills will decriminalize cannabis use and set a fixed penalty for possession of under 30 grams.
An officer may serve a person committing an offense with a fixed penalty notice, which requires him to pay the fine of $250 before the date specified in the notice. If the offender does not pay the fine within the specified time, he shall not, if he does pay the fine, he should not have a record for committing the offense. In other words, We are decriminalizing the possession of less than 30 grams of cannabis and creating a framework where it is punishable by fine alone and not a criminal prosecution.
While backing up his support of the legislation, Senator Randy Rolls cited that 70 countries across the globe have legalized cannabis in some form for medical use. He also lauded the government's effort to decriminalize the drug for the thousands of people who he says will have their criminal records expunged after previously being convicted for possessing small amounts.
This move, Madam President, will liberate for scores of people, especially our young men who, because of this criminal record, was unable to gainfully employed, were unable to travel, as well as unable to gain access to funding from mainstream financial institutions.
Senator Michaela Barnett Ellis says the legislation is a step forward, but it's far from perfect. She offered up these recommendations.
To me, it seems to be a squat in between being a controlled substance and total legalization. And we, Madam President, must decide whether we're going to control it with the same vigor as our Bookie and Barabi tax enforcement task force with assault weapons, or whether we are going to dispense it with very loose oversight. But if we are going to control it, then it really should only be dispensed by pharmacists. And pharmacists should also sell wholesale to suppliers such as the Rastafarian congregation.
Well, still to come, the Prime Minister's surgery touted a success. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Finger-licking good.
When we started Storm Frame Windows in 1999, we wanted to fabricate an impact-rated product to compete with the Florida market, and we've done this. There's no fabricator or vendor from Florida that can do what we can in the Bahamas. Because we fabricate locally and we're a local-based company, we have the capability to provide better customer service than our competitors. With all the worldwide supply chain issues, we at Stormframe have improved our fabrication process and have invested in stock to be able to produce our orders in 4 weeks. We also keep in stock over 400 windows and doors at standard sizes for walk-in customers to purchase. Our professional sales staff is here to assist you with the complete purchase and installation. We also service and ship to the Out Islands.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
Thank you for your support, Bahamas.
Bam! I got him! Cinema classic, y'all.
girl. You see him? You see him? Oh, that's my dream man right there.
Listen, the only man I just dream about is Percy. Him and his pension plan just keep me smiling in my sleep. That's right. Percy get a pension plan where you could win up to $1,000 a week for a year.
Can you lie?
No, ma'am. Every time you deposit $20 on your verified Island Game account during July and August, you automatically enter to win one of 13 pensions. God, Percy is my dream man. Look at that. Look at that. Woo-hoo.
Did somebody say Percy?
Oh,
on your account and ride the easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Back into school.
Whether you need life insurance, an endowment plan, or health insurance, BAF has you for all stages of your life.
It's getting hot in Marco's, and we're bringing the heat straight to your doorstep. We're giving you a fiery food experience like never before. For a limited time only, try our new sizzling fiery flavors featuring Reaper cheese on our fiery pozzolis, pizzas, cheesy bread, and pizza bowls. Can you handle it? Taste the heat and order one now at marcospizzabahamas.com.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahama's Striping Group of Companies.
Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis's surgery to address compression on his sciatica nerve deemed a success. Health and Wellness Minister, the Honourable Dr. Michael Darville, confirming as much in a brief release this afternoon that stressed that the procedure was a very straightforward one and that a positive recovery period is anticipated. The Health Minister went on to thank the public for its support, adding that the PM is resting comfortably and recovering well. While no final decision has been made, Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honourable Fred Mitchell, meantime, could very well be standing in Mr. Davis's stead at next week's three-day CARICOM meeting in Grenada. CARICOM's 47th regular meeting was delayed due to Hurricane Beryl, now set for July 28th through 30th. The opening ceremony is expected to feature addresses by the outgoing chairman and president of Guyana and CARICOM incoming chair, Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, as well as CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett. While in London, the Prime Minister forged a partnership with the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change. The Bahamas, now one of 35 governments that have teamed up with the not-for-profit organization, the TBI, as it's called, to provide support for governments as they deliver on key policies. The Davis administration is hoping to draw down on the TBI's access to a vast support of global expertise and experience, along with technical support to address local priorities like reducing crime and the cost of living and increasing jobs and opportunities for Bahamians. Well, meantime, the government still on the fence about the proposed construction of a $35 million water park for the Nassau Cruise Port. Here's Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honourable Chester Cooper's take on the matter.
The government has not made a determination. In fact, there's been no application as at this point before the NEC. And therefore, all conversations as it's related thereto is rather premature at this stage.
Well, from the capital, we head on over to Eleuthera, where significant infrastructural upgrades are underway. Contractors believe the transformation will lead to a better quality of life for residents there. Desmond Saunders has more in this next report.
Some 163 miles of rutted roads and decaying corridors in Eleuthera getting a complete overhaul. Two local subcontractors, New View Construction and Quick Fix, began work over the weekend, completing repairs. It's part of Bahama Striping Group of Companies' road enhancement project for the island.
We figure the best way our company can grow is to help other companies to grow. We could come to Eleuthera and do the space work ourselves, but we took a different direction. We subcontracted two local companies who was doing 63 miles of settlement roads. That's around $15 million. This is the largest contract those two companies have had in their 40 years in business. And I think this is how, when we talk about changing the business model, this is what we did.
The extensive road improvement exercise includes the construction of new seawalls and highways, a new drainage system also being created to reduce flooding and protect coastal communities in Eleuthera. Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs and Member of Parliament for Central and South Eleuthera, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, believes the project was a long time coming.
Inclusive of this is waterworks. So you have John Miller's and Bannerman Town, two settlements that hasn't had potable water ever. So a part of this initiative is to properly pipe water down to those two communities. Also, we also have gaps where if water goes off in Governors, they can't pump water to Rock Sound. So this will also connect all the settlements on Eleuthera. So if we have water issues, then we can help alleviate some of the burden off of some of the RO plants.
Officials also ensuring that the work's being completed safely and with the highest international standards. And for Eleuthera resident Anton Seeley, the project is both timely and necessary.
It's a very long island, and to have proper roads to traverse to and fro makes a tremendous difference, not only on the vehicles. Personally, I have gone through about 3 vehicles in the last 4 years.
Now, this road improvement exercise is a big deal, particularly as Eleuthera experiences an economic renaissance. With months before completion, Eleuthera residents will see new roads and improved infrastructure. Here in Rock Sound, Eleuthera, Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Oh, back here, the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting promoting the message that the family plays a crucial role in national development. It's all part of National Family Week. Activities began with a worship service to reflect and rejuvenate. We get more from Fern Carey.
Staff from the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting lifted prayers and praises to God Monday, their efforts jumpstarting National Family Week. The initiative will take place over the next 12 months, and it is focused on reigniting the spirit of the village, where communities look out for each other, reinforcing strong families and, by extension, stronger communities. Pastor Hervis Bain III offered prayers for attendees and encouraged them to maximize their independence by striving for greater economic ownership.
As a family, we have a potential to be greater than what we are right now. As a family, we have the capability to going above and beyond what we think right now. Out of the 80,000 households that's in New Providence, how many of those 80,000 homes come to see social services for assistance? And why can't we make the difference for every Bahamian that has a need? Why can't we impact everything that we need to impact? In my conclusion, my brothers and my sisters, I am simply saying, as a family, let's move and evolve our mindsets from just maintaining.
The service also comes as some staff members are experiencing a time of bereavement, including the minister who's mourning the passing of his son.
As I am grateful for all of the calls and texts and displays of love, I think of Bessie May Roll, Marcian's grandmother, who had the misfortune of waking her daughter to go to work, only to find that she had passed. in her sleep. And less than 3 years later, after pressing his clothes for work and laying out his underclothes and socks on the bed, this is a 40-year-old man, went to wake her grandson for his 7 o'clock shift, only to find that he too has passed. And P.S. said to me this morning about me being here, I don't think there's anything special, or I think it may be overrated. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of Bahamians across this country who get up and go to work after losing loved ones.
Chairman of the BCB, Paiswell Forbes, encouraged staff members to continue striving for excellence.
We could only be better as a family when all of us put our shoulders to the wheel. It's going to be incumbent upon all of you, so you're welcome here today, for us to work hard to make things even better in the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
Mr. Forbes also suggested that a holiday be established to mark National Family Week moving forward. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Oh, we still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for tonight, Peace on the Streets wrapping up with its grand finale. Details ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
The Ministry of Tourism, Investments and Aviation is heating up this summer with the return of Gumbe Summer Festival across the islands of the Bahamas. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, outlines the details of the biggest cultural event of the season.
Gumbe Summer Festival is one vehicle that enables us to break out into the full expression of all the manifestations of being Bahamian. And what is so beautiful about this festival is that no island will be left behind. And I know we heard Nikki talk about Gumbe on Bay, but Gumbe is all across the islands of the Bahamas. Gumbe action in Nassau and Bay kicks off on Friday, July 26th. The second Gumbe Festival will take place 2 weeks later, and Gumbe season will close out with the grand finale on Friday, August 16th.
Director General of the Ministry of Tourism, Latia Duncombe, spoke to the driving spirit of Bahamian culture at the heart of this year's Gumbe Summer Festival.
When we think of Bahamian culture, Junkanoo immediately comes to mind. Junkanoo is a major expression, and the Gumbe Summer Festival embodies the rich tapestry of our culture. It's our dance, our food, our music, crafts, storytelling, and so much more. And this year's Gumbe Summer Festival promises to be the best ever. Each year, we find new ways to capitalize on the strength of our vibrant heritage. Gumbe 2024 is a grand showcase of all things Bahamian.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be extra.
What, eh?
Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I right you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera, and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right.
Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long, yet the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
In a heartwarming display of community spirit, the Progressive Liberal Party's women's branch met at Rock Crusher Park early Saturday morning to distribute breakfast to residents of that community. The initiative's goal, well, to support and uplift their neighbors.
Right after the pandemic, a lot of people were hurting, so we decided that it would be fitting, as opposed to selling or something like that, to just give back to the community, the people who have put their faith and trust in the PLP to lead the government. Now we want to pour back into them by touching the community. So we got donated food, donated clothes, and everything. We have name brand clothing that people call out of their closets, everything you can take from there and wear, so that they don't feel disenfranchised by taking handouts from us. So we still want them to have their dignity, and so the things that everything was just top-notch, great quality items.
The event attracted a diverse crowd of families and elderly residents. PLP Women's Branch Chairman Patricia Clare says the initiative is a reminder of the power of collective action and the impact small gestures play in creating a stronger, more connected community.
PLP is here for all people. We are not making anyone feel out of place. If you're in this community and you want something to eat or you need something, you could reach out to us. We help everybody, and that's what governments do.
Well, in a heart-warming gesture of community outreach, the National Training Agency recently organized a special luncheon for residents of local elderly living home at the National Training Agency. Now, Executive Chairman Agatha Marcel, volunteers and staff entertained nearly 60 individuals.
It's kind of hard to be accepted and involved in things. So we thought, what a wonderful way to actually get them out. Not to go to them, to get them out, because they're out, and we have a nice little gift bag for each of them, but we wanted to do this for them, to let them know that there are people who think about them and that they are appreciated.
The guests even received words of wisdom from the Governor General.
But I'm here to say to God be the glory, you are alive. Come on, put your hands together. You must know that we exist in this country because of senior citizens. And so you must always see yourself as someone that's worthy of the praise.
Well, Camp Inclusion is back. The soon-to-be annual summer tradition gives young people of the disabled community a chance to interact with their peers while spending their summer break participating in several activities. And that's from sports to learning more about technology. Foundation for the Blind and Visually Impaired Chairman Tyrone Johnson lets us in on what the camp's focus is this year.
We are doing presentations as it relates to disabilities. We had autism the other day. We had mobility yesterday. We're doing blindness awareness and assistive devices. We're going to have persons from the deaf unit who are going to come and discuss being deaf with the children. We're also going to take a day when we blindfold them so they won't be able to see and they'll be functioning as blind persons all day.
This Saturday, the camp concludes with a beep baseball game, a version of baseball tailored for the visually impaired. National Commission of Persons with Disabilities Deputy Chair Kendrick Rowe providing hands-on assistance during the first camp inclusion session.
Camp Abilities was specifically for youth with disabilities. The idea of Camp Inclusion came out of that because we wanted to integrate youth with disabilities along with those without disabilities so that they would get an understanding of disability, disability advocacy, and living with disabilities.
Well, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tech and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Big 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
System is sizzling and store the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Analog's giant size cereals, assorted 24-ounce, $6.69. Distinction evaporated milk, 14-ounce, $1.19. Sweet peaches, $1.99 per pound. Olivia vegetable and canola oil, 48-ounce, $4.99. Whole chicken wings, $1.79 per pound. Red Hot savings all summer long at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
We at Cannabis Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
Lyford Key Foundation's gift for the 50th Independence is here. The 50 for 50 program invites 50 students from Family Islands for an all-expenses-paid week-long college preparation initiative here in the capital. Two of the students, Jaden Rowe and Alicia Carey, lets us in on their experience thus far.
From the 50 for 50 program, I've really learned about the college application process and the entrance exams, the SATs, AP classes, and the ACTs, we really, as a community, have started to come together and really feel the need to learn a bit more, and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
It's amazing. Well, we get up at 7. We have breakfast at 8. We be at University of the Bahamas at like around 9. And then we do classes and then go to lunch and then more classes.
Program Coordinator Kendra Moss tells us more from an administrator's point of view.
The goal here is to prepare these 11th grade students that will be 11th graders in September for the opportunity to prepare to go to college. We understand that in grade 12, students are a bit active and they're busy preparing coursework and other things. And so sometimes the college readiness aspect of it tends to get pushed down a little.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather, and as always, return to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean for that. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. After a weekend with cloudy skies, occasional heavy downpours, and even some thunderstorms, well, the skies have finally cleared over the capital. We have just a few clouds floating around, temperature at 86 degrees, relative humidity 73%. We have east-southeast winds at 8 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,018.4 millibars, that's 30.07 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening: 82 degrees in Marshall, Babico, Green Toll Key at 79 also in Freeport, Grand Bahama. The Berry Islands 85 degrees, Allenstown, Bimini 80 degrees there, 86 in Harbor Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera. Fresh Creek, Central Andros 87, 88 in Kemps Bay, South Andros, and in Black Point, Exuma. Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key registering 87 degrees, 86 in Georgetown, Exuma, 85s in Ragged Island, Clownstown, Long Island, Crooked Island, and Acklands, Betsy Bay, Meguana at 84, 85 in Mattytown, Inagua, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Alive Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the northwestern islands tonight through the middle of the week, the wind's going to be southeast at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights at 3 to 6 feet with a moderate chop in place. Your first high tide, that will take place at 9:34 tonight, with another high tide at 9:57 tomorrow morning. And then for the central and southeastern islands tonight through Wednesday, east to southeast winds 15 to 20 knots. Those seas, they're going to be somewhat choppy at 4 to 7 feet. So caution flags are in place for the central and southeastern islands through Wednesday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Yeah, that sailor man sound. Rolly gray, your boat, need it feeling out. Yeah, the sailor man sound. If you wanna go to heaven, put the radar on your head, boy. That's the sailor man sound. If you wanna go to heaven, put the radar on your head, boy. That's the sailor man sound. Hear it boom, hear it boom, hear it boom, 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 boom.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. The extended weather forecast is still ahead.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, follow us at ZNS Digital on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us on our website at znsbahamas.com. Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting celebrates National Family Week, July 25th through the 31st. You and your family are invited to be a part of the celebrations. Join the Family Empowerment Workshop on Thursday, July 25th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Hearing Room, Aventura Plaza on Bethel Avenue and JFK Drive. And then on Saturday, July 27th, is National Family Sports and Fun Day, beginning at 9 a.m. at the Thomas A. Robinson Sports Center. Come and enjoy the competition, food, family, and fun. And finally, on Monday, July 29th, it's all about men's empowerment from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Hearing Room with dynamic speakers including Bishop Jonathan Fernanda, President of the Bahamas Christian Council, Vernon Rose, Chairman of One Family, mentor and life coach Dr. Cheyenne Williams, and more. Celebrate National Family Week, July 25th through the 31st. For more information, phone 397-8600 or email genderandfamilyaffairs@bahamas.gov.bs.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check Monday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. The annual Peace on the Streets basketball tournament wrapping up yesterday evening at the Kendall-Logics Gym. They had the usual fanfare of championship games in the various age groups, as well as the much-anticipated Pastors versus Politicians game. Now, the Pastors going for a 6th straight championship. Politicians looking to break into the win column. This was actually a pretty good game. 2 squads going back and forth all night, much to the delight of the fans on hand. Politicians, they tried their best to hang tough, trailed by double digits at the half, managed to cut this thing down to 6 in the 4th quarter. Pastors, though, holding on for the win, 32-27. Pastor Jeff Rowe leading the scoring with 12 points. Honorable Leonardo Lightman led the Politician squad. He had 11. Winning coach Terrence Red Eye McSweeting talked about the win afterwards.
Well, first of all, I want to give God thanks for this game, the clergymen versus the politicians. And, you know, there was a lot of talk over the past couple of days coming into tonight's game. Basically, I have been coaching males since 1992. So this was a new thing for me. I've been coaching females from since then. But Dr. Carlos Reed asked me back in March to come out and assist the clergymen. And we just come out here to have fun. First of all, we come in the presence of God. A lot of church members are here from the various clergymen who would have participated. So I'm just here to do what they asked me to do. They want me to win. So I came with the W.
Baseball taking center stage as aspiring young ball players getting a chance to enhance their skills with a camp taking place at the Andre Rogers Baseball Diamond. Swanson Gibson tells us more.
The Batters Box Hitting Academy is teamed up with LDK Performance, launching their youth baseball camp, developing the next generation of Bahamian talent. Boys and girls ages 5 through 18 receive methodical guidance from instructors in a series of batting, fielding, and acceleration drills. Batters Box founder and coach Lyndon Wallace spoke about working with LDK MLB coach Anton Richardson and the inspiration to provide this opportunity for the youth.
The Batters Box collaborating with LDK is just, it was just a matter of time. Anton and I had been speaking for a while on just doing something together, and this is our first step in making something happen as a team. And we obviously seen that it was a success. So like I said earlier, it's just a matter of time before we see some other stuff start to unfold for us. We try to provide opportunity for the kids on this island, because I didn't have these opportunities when I was younger and playing. We actually had to go abroad for something like this. So to bring something here home to the kids who may be not able to afford to go abroad, or who may not have the opportunity to be seen by, certain baseball players or scouts or, things along that line, I think that it's great to have that in this country. We're trying to raise the standard of development while also allowing the kids to have fun and actually get better at the sport. It's really good to see, us utilizing this space, the Andrew Rogers Baseball Stadium. I'd like to thank the BBA for even making this available for us. And, just seeing the kids do their thing out here and learn baseball and enjoy themselves and have fun, it's, all we can ask for.
LDK coach Shante Curtis expressed excitement in teaming up with Batter's Box while summarizing the camp's operations.
We're excited to collab. Every day we're coming out here, we're trying to kind of emphasize just basic baseball fundamentals, hitting, throwing, fielding, catching, and then we also emphasize athleticism. So that's something that we're really big on at LDK and the Batter's Box. We think the best baseball players are the most athletic ones. So every day they come out here, you'll see them doing now. They do a lot of athleticism drills, and then we get into a lot of the, offense and defense of baseball.
9-year-old camper Frederick Anderson shared his experience.
I had a lot of fun, and it's just been the same, and I like to develop more, and then I just like to play baseball.
You mentioned development. What player do you look up to?
Ronald Acuna Jr.
And what about his game keeps you interested?
His outfield work and his hitting.
Registration remains open as the camp concludes Friday, August 2nd. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
And the Bahamas now with a national darts team currently in Montego Bay, Jamaica. They're competing in the 23rd Caribbean Cup, and CDLC qualifies there. Rashad Sweeting capturing the championship and finishing first overall in the point system with 26 points and 63 wins. And finally tonight, Government League Basketball Association with games on the schedule for tonight. This over at the D.W. Davis Gym. 7 o'clock, Real Deal Rangers. They'll take on the Baines and Grantstown Sidebots. That'll be followed by the feature contest, Bamboo Shack Patrollers and the Nassau Flight Service Ballers going head-to-head. And that's it. Your look at sports for you here tonight. Of course, our weather is just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind. That's the bear of the Bahamas. I like to go down. Oh yeah.
Beat the heat this summer with ZNS and Comfort Suites. This July, you can win a cool, relaxing staycation at Comfort Suites on Paradise Island. Listen to the Good Morning Bahamas show on 50 and 40 AM and 104.5 FM Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. for details. Beat the heat with ZNS and Comfort Suites.
With our adoption by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
We figured that we could use the First Bahamas branch of Toastmasters Club 1600, an all-male club that specializes and focuses on developing young men for leadership through communication.
This program has grown and has impacted our school in such a positive way that I don't think we'll ever have them leave us.
Too often, instead of us looking within, we look outside for someone to blame. Go take a look in the mirror. Instead of trying to identify what the problems are, let's try and figure out how we become a part of the solution.
We are teaching these children how to dream beyond their community.
Crime-free, looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we're going to get you started in the tropics, and we still have that persistent Sahara dust, which is spreading across the Atlantic, again, right into the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico. But the good news is it's beginning to recede over the northwest Bahamas, and that paved the way for some showers and thunderstorms to develop in our area over the weekend. And as that dust continues to settle, we will see more of this activity taking place in the northwestern parts of the country. But in addition to the Sahara dust, we also have some very strong upper level wind sharing taking place just to the east of the Bahamas, also across the Caribbean Sea. And when you factor in these two ingredients, it's going to continue to suppress any kind of tropical cyclone development over the next 7 days. So that is certainly good news at this time of the year. Now, as we go to our satellite picture, we have that tropical wave, the axis of which now approaching the Florida Peninsula, and that was responsible for the heavy showers and thunderstorms we experienced over the weekend. So right now we're on the backside of that. So it's just Bimini, Grand Bahama, and the Abacos. They will continue to experience pockets of showers and thunderstorms tonight, some of which could be heavy at times, but by tomorrow afternoon, we expect much of that to clear as this system moves towards the west. Over the remainder of the Bahamas, from the capital all the way down to Inagua and the Turks and Caicos Islands, high pressure will remain in control of our weather, and when we have high pressure in control, that means suppression. So very little cloud development will be taking place, so the weather is expected to be pretty fine over the next few days. And then our forecast for the night, we're looking at partly cloudy, very warm conditions with a couple of showers late tonight, but again, primarily over the extreme northwestern parts of the country. Your low temperature tonight should be somewhere around 81 degrees, and tomorrow, things will shape up like this. Partly sunny, breezy conditions, because those winds will gradually elevate over the next couple of days, and we'll have thunderstorms in spots and a high temperature of 91 degrees. And once again, once you factor in the relative humidity, the feel-like temperature is really going to be in the triple digits. So we're looking like about 106 degrees tomorrow. So once again, continue to keep yourself hydrated by taking in lots of H2O. And our extended weather forecast, we will have those isolated showers and thunderstorms primarily because of the heating effect right into Thursday, and as we head into Friday, we'll see a bit more clouds develop in our forecast with cloudy conditions and just a stray shower taking place on Friday. And then as we head into the weekend, the skies begin to open again, so we'll have much more sunshine. And that will take us right through Monday of next week. Let's look at those temperatures. Daytime temperatures, they will be in the low 90s for the next couple of days. And on Thursday, we'll see those temperatures once again drop just below the 90-degree mark, about 89 degrees for a high. And then we get that upward tick again on Saturday as we head into the weekend with those 90-degree temperatures returning. Now, your nighttime temperatures, they're going to be very uncomfortable. So unless you have some air conditioning, it's going to be a miserable night for you. We're looking at upper 70s to low 80s throughout the next 7-day cycle.
Well, thanks, Basil. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting celebrates National Family Week, July 25th through the 31st. You and your family are invited to be a part of the celebrations. Join the Family Empowerment Workshop on Thursday, July 25th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Hearing Room, Aventura Plaza on Bethel Avenue and JFK Drive. And then on Saturday, July 27th, is National Family Sports and Fun Day, beginning at 9 a.m. at the Thomas A. Robinson Sports Center. Come and enjoy the competition, food, family, and fun. And finally, on Monday, July 29th, it's all about men's empowerment from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Hearing Room with dynamic speakers including Bishop Jonathan Fernanda, President of the Bahamas Christian Council, Vernon Rose, Chairman of One Family, mentor and life coach Dr. Cheyenne Williams, and